Hi everyone, it's Bridget with Bees Altered Designs. I am doing a video of a chipboard album that I recently created using a dollar store clipboard that I attached this to. So I like to alter clipboards, and I thought this would be a great idea. I've only seen one other person do it, and I will put the link below. She was actually doing a Ustream video, or however, you know, when you guys use, some of you Ustream. So I can't remember what her name was, but I happened to see her video about the Ustream, and that was back in August, and then I totally forgot about it, and so yesterday I decided to try to create one of these. So I did, and I used the Primrose collection by DCWV, and this is what it is. And I also want to tell you, I have only been doing chipboard albums for 2 months now, and I have learned so much from so many of you out there. I just want to quickly show you. 2 months ago, I created this album for my grandson, and I've come a long way. I basically made this so it would be rough and tough for him, because I know he's going to be flipping through it constantly, and he'll probably, you know, rip it and stuff. But I used chipboard for each of the pages, which I think was my first mistake. I should have just used chipboard for the cover and then used cardstock, because I used the M-shaped, you know, when you take the cardstock and you fold it into like an M, and that's your binding. And I don't know, I don't like the way it sits, and I'm wondering if it's just because I used chipboard on it. But like I did little, you know, like you all do with the little pockets and stuff, and I did each scene differently. But even like me going through it, I noticed these don't last as long as the old scrapbooking albums that you'd buy. I mean, they get beat up pretty fast. So anyways, but this was my very first one, and I was excited because I saw a big difference with just how I create. This is my one before this one. It's a Halloween chipboard album. So I got even better here with this one. And I took the closure is actually a skeleton that I took apart and made into little like charms to hook on here, and then this hooks shut. But I mean, even this one I got a little better on. So, but I'm not going to go through this right now. What I want to really show you is I want to show you this. So this is my album, and I don't know how well you can see it, but the only thing I have to do is I have to get eyelets for it. I have eyelets, but they don't fit because the chipboard's so thick, because I made each page chipboard. So I have to find eyelets that will actually go through and hold on both sides. So basically this is the cover. I used the Prima window here, and then the corners there. And I put some bling on here and some butterflies, and I made this flower. And I just put some ribbon all around. And then this page, I just did I put an envelope here and put a little tag there, and a couple more tags, just plain tags here. And this little keyhole I got from Sawcrafter, her Zibbet store. I just put embossing powder on it. And this page, I just used this, and I put a slit here for that. This is the only page I put a tab on. I'm not sure why I didn't continue the tabs. I only did the one. This was out of the paper, and actually the 12 by 12 pack has like 3 cutout pages that you can do cutouts. This is a cutout and that's a cutout, and it's great paper. I loved working with it. It's just beautiful paper. I mean, it's just gorgeous. This is just little flowers that I cut out of the paper and put some bling on it. And then here I wanted to do this little accordion book. It's small for pictures or some journaling here or whatnot. But here I wanted to make the little pocket big. So what I did was I took a paper and I did accordion folds out of it on both sides so it's kind of popped up. So this way this fits in there nice and snug, and it doesn't fall out or anything. So, and then the next page I put a one of these clear sheets in here just to go over that. This page flips open, and you got a pocket here with some tags, and like I said, these are cutouts from the paper, which I thought were awesome. All the cutouts were awesome. And then another page here, and this you can just stick your picture in through here. And then this is a flower that I used using the die from Diamond Dies, and I like that die. I have the Tim Holtz Tattered die, and I have a Cricut that I have flower cartridges for. But I like this. I've never owned one of those metal dies, and I really like the convenience of it. It's a nice die. So then this is a piece of the acetate, like I said, and then here I have I used a stencil that I had gotten, and I'll show you, Texture Magic. It's dimensional paint, and that's what it is. And then I mixed it with this iridescent medium to give it kind of like a shimmery shine to it. And I mix this with alcohol inks when I want to make sprays. If I don't have a spray that I need the color of and I have the alcohol ink, then I mix this with it. Or even your stamp refills. And it gives it that shimmer that the Lindy Stamp Gang's sprays give. So then I just put a cluster of flowers, and I have to tell you, I just want to tell you really quickly, I made a couple mistakes on this page. I ended up gluing this flower on, and I ended up taking it off. So, of course, it ripped the paper. So I had this big white spot. Luckily, after I put this on, I was able to stick the flower there so nobody can see it. But up here I did the same thing. And what happened was there was a little piece of white, the paper had ripped. So, because I think I had this butterfly on this page to begin with, and I didn't like it there. So what I did was I took a paintbrush and some water, and I took my tea dye, because the paper, I distressed it with this tea dye ink. And what I did was I took water and my paintbrush and I dabbed it on the thing, and I just lightly went over it, and it blended right in, and you can't even tell that's a mistake. Only I know that there was a mistake there. So, anyways, and then the last page I just did a waterfall. And here's another thing. My corner punch didn't work right on this side, so it ended up messing up. So all I did was I took a flower and I put a flower over it, and that fixed that mistake. And then here, the chipboard, or the clipboard, I just put some extra, like you can put photos here, and then I just stamped some journaling stamps on the back, and of course I distressed it. So everything was distressed with Tim Holtz. It was either the tea dye or, what is it, the broken china? Is it the broken china? I always get the one that I used mixed up with, because there's broken china and then there's another one, tumbled glass. So I think it was, yeah, it was the lighter one. So it was the tumbled glass I used to distress it, because I thought it matched the pages quite well. So anyways, and then the back, I I just left plain with just a piece of paper. So that is my album, and I hope you all enjoy it, or have enjoyed this video. And thank you for watching.